Hey, this is Jackie with Tomball Digital Marketing, and I had come across y'all's website and wanted to shoot you guys a quick little video showing you some tips and tricks that y'all could do that would help increase your online presence and start getting you ranked in Google. Again, these are things that you guys can do. I do really love helping local businesses, so I would really appreciate some feedback at the end of the video. So I'm going to kind of go over a few things. So one would be content, backlinks, citations, and keywords. So I have your website pulled up and going through it. You guys do have a decent amount of content, but I would highly suggest adding more. If you're not sure what that is, it's basically just the words on the page that describe what you do and the services that you offer. And within that content, you're going to want to implement the keywords that you want to be found for, which is super important. Google wants to see at least 1,500 to 2,000 words on your homepage. And by doing that, it's going to really help your ranking with Google and start moving you up in the ranks. So I put your information into a tool that I use called Ahrefs. And what we're going to look at first is these numbers right here. It's the UR and the DR, basically meaning the UR meaning the trust that your page has, and the DR meaning the strength that your page has. And this is on a scale of 0 to 100. And you want them to be as balanced as possible and keep moving higher in number. And then we'll look at the backlinks that you have. So you have 542 backlinks, and those are coming from 53 referring domains. So you're doing a good job. I'll show you what your competition's doing and then what that would look like for you by increasing that. So you are coming up for 148 keywords, and we'll take a look at that and explain why it's important. So there are pool enclosures Houston. There's 41 people a month that look up that keyword. You're sitting in the 6th position, so not too bad, but definitely could move up in the ranks there. Pool enclosure Houston, there's 38 people a month that look that up. Houston deck builder, 113 people. You're in the 14th position for that. Houston deck builder, 62 people. Let's see, pool enclosure Houston, Texas, 16 people for there. Deck builders Houston, 41 people look that up. Patio and deck builders near me. So, and this is an example of a keyword that you wouldn't necessarily want to focus on because it's not really a buyer intent keyword. You want something like this, like the decks Houston, Texas, because it's more specific. And there are 58 people a month that look that up. Patio enclosures Houston, 43 people a month look that up. Let's see if we can find another one. Patio builders in Houston, Texas, 20 people a month that look that up. So basically, just in that real quick example, once you start ranking higher in Google, a percentage for those keywords, a percentage of the total volume is going to go to your website, and then a percentage of that is going to be giving you a phone call, and depending on your closing rate, turning into customers. So going into Google and looking up, I looked up 2 things. The first one would be Patio Companies Houston. So first we see the ads, and this is definitely something that you could do if you want to get business quickly while you're waiting for your site to move up. And then we go into the Google Map Pack, the Google My Business areas. So right here, I would definitely suggest, if you haven't created a Google My Business page, and if you have, then to optimize it to the fullest extent that it can. Because by doing that, you're going to move up into this top 3 snack pack. And a lot of people, especially these days, are going to go straight to your website or give you a call right from the Google My Business area. So that's just kind of another little tip for you guys. And then going into the actual organics, the number 1 competition for you would be for the patio companies. This would be the Houston patio, or I'm sorry, Texas patio builders. So going into their website, this is what they're looking at. And they have some content, but really not as much as Google would like to see. So by adding the content to your page, you would have a leg up on them and start to outrank them. Then I did put them into Ahrefs here, and this is where they're looking. They have 4.88 thousand backlinks coming from 698 referring domains. So a good plan of action for you would be to match the number of referring domains that they have and beat them out by at least 100, because they are definitely ranking up for that, and that would get you guys up past them. And they're coming up for 2.2 thousand keywords, and we'll just take a peek at those real quick. Okay, so they have, let's see, trying to find something specific. Houston Deck Builder, 113 people a month. Concrete Patio Houston, 64 people a month. Houston Decking, 67 people. Houston Patio Cover, 110 people. Look that up a month. Houston Backyard Design, not sure if that's necessarily relevant for you guys. So that's just kind of a quick peek on some of the ones that they're ranking for, and kind of give you direction as far as where you guys should be going. Then I also looked up Pool Deck Companies Houston, and again we have the map pack, and I would definitely suggest optimizing so you pop up in the map pack for this as well. And then we go into the organics for this, and your number one competitor would be Ali Outdoor Solutions, and I have their website pulled up here. And going through here, they do have a good amount of content, but again, we want to get 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on there. So you could definitely beat them out by doing that. I'm sorry, it was Allied Outdoor Solutions, sorry. So then I put them into Ahrefs, and here's where they're looking. So they have their rating right here, the DR and the UR, they're semi-balanced, but they're not that high. So, by optimizing your site, you are going to increase yours and your numbers are going to look better, and you can outrank them because they only have 9 backlinks coming from 3 referring domains. So by optimizing keywords that they would have on your site, then you're going to start to pull up for the pool deck resurfacings, etc. So we can kind of take a peek at what they're looking at as well. So there is pool deck resurfacing Houston, 30 people a month for that. There is, let's see if there's some good ones. There's not a lot of good ones on here. Definitely, because you want to focus on the Houston aspect of it. Like pool plastering, Houston, Texas, there's 16 people a month that look that up. Pool plaster, Houston, 60 people a month. And that's Houston pool remodel, 30 people a month. Okay, so that's just kind of a generalized example of where they're at, and then where you could be going. So lastly, I'm just going to talk about the citations, and what a citation is your business name, phone number, address, in things like Yelp or Yellow Pages, and Google's basically a giant popularity contest. So by adding that information all across the web, you're going to technically be more popular, and then you're going to start to move up in the ranks as well. So those are just a couple little tips that I have for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via email or phone. I would love to hear some feedback from you guys. It'd be much appreciated. I do hope this helped. Thank you so much.